Okay, today we'll be going over the Axis tanks and where to shoot them with the French bazooka or the US bazooka. This also works with the Piat, but it's a little different aiming system. As you'll notice here, I've lined up all the Axis pieces of armor that they have. I'll be going through them one by one and how you can tell what kind they are. So the first one here is the Panzer II-C. You'll notice it's quite a bit smaller than the rest of the tanks. It's got a small turret. On the front end it's got two guns. One's an MG42 and one is a 20mm. So if you walk all the way around it, you'll see it's got a spare tire on the front there. Just random boxes, utility boxes around it. Now the best place to shoot these tanks are in the back. You can shoot them right aiming for about there. If you're this close, you know, your optimal distance is going to be 50 meters away. The next best spot to shoot them is about right there where I'm aiming. If you shoot there, you should get them to flame or pop the first round. 2Cs are a little tough because they don't always flame, but you usually get the kill on your first shot. They're super easy to kill. Another spot you can try for is the turret, but as it's slanted, you might not get very good penetration. Your round might bounce off. The next tank we'll go over is the 38T.
Alright, I'll try to check back in a little while.
So the 38T is quite a bit darker tank than the rest of them, if you'll notice that right off the bat. Also, you'll notice it has 4 huge drive wheels on it. None of the other tanks, from what you look, have those. So that's one distinct way to tell it apart. Also, it's more of a round tank as far as the other tanks go. It's got a same MG42 on the front here with a little more recoil suppression. It's got a second one out of the hull, and then it's got I believe it's a 34mm gun out of the front here. One thing to note about the 38T is the commander here sticking out is also the gunner. So if you shoot him, you should get the kill on both him and the gunner. So to shoot and kill this tank, ideally, again 50 meters away, you're just going to shoot for just below that little scuff mark in the hull, or in the turret there, just right below that. The third tank we have is the Panzer III-F. You'll look here. Looking at these two tanks that I've got view of right now, this one and this one in particular, they're the same series tank. There's a 3F and a 3H. 3F is right here, 3H is over here. The easiest way to tell is from the front. The 3H has the tracks, and it's a lot harder tank to kill. 3F does not have the extra track on the front. So, from a side view, a couple ways to tell. They both have the same gun. I think it's the 47mm gun, I believe, on it. And what you want to look at is the turret area. This turret is straight off the back, and I mean, it just looks like a regular turret. If you go to the 3H, you'll see there's an extra ammo box here on the turret. That's how you tell the difference from a 3H and a 3F from the side view. If you look on them also, you'll notice the 3F has some lugs on its drive wheels. The 3H does not have those, just some minor differences. Both killing them is the same with a bazooka. You're going to aim for this area right in here in front of the front drive, or the rear drive wheel. Typically on the right side is your best bet. You're going to get 50 or parallel 90 degrees to it, 50 meters away, and just go ahead and shoot right there. Both the 3F and the 3H. Some key points about this tank also is it's got the 47mm cannon, and it's also got 2 MG42s on it, a hull and a turret MG. Same with the 3F. It's got your hull and turret MG. It appears the turret has duals, but I don't think that's actually corrected. I don't think it fires both duals. Next set of tanks we're looking at is a Panzer IV-D. and a Panzer 4G. These are both the 4 Series tanks. If you look at the 4D, obviously the difference here is 4D not camoed, 4G camoed. Also, you'll notice the 4D has a lot stubbier gun on it. That's just one key thing to point out on it. It's super easy to tell
says
apart.
Maintenance now.
Ooh, tension building.
The 4G has a lot bigger gun. You'll notice.
So the question
gun
is,
huge.
how quickly can we be hitting the Germans when the map comes online?
Have that down before they log in.
Also, you notice 4D does not have the ammo can like the 3H. We'll go over here to the 4G ammo can off the back. The difference between the 4D and 4G, seeing them from the 3H and 3F, is they've got 4 spindles down here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 series, if you look over here, they just each have 3. 1, 2, 3. Hence the 3 and the 4 series. So for the 4 series, both the 4G and 4D, you're just going to shoot for the second one from the rear. Left or right side does not matter. And you're just going to aim for about that spot right there when you're 50 meters away. That should guarantee you to get it to pop or flame. Same with the 4G. Same spot. Second one from the rear, left or right side. And just nail it right there and you should get it to flame. Now we're gone to the Fierce Tiger. If you look at this tank, much larger than any other tank. It's got a ton of drive wheels down here. They're all really large. A huge 88mm cannon on it, ammo box, and all the Axis tanks have hull guns. So you'll see a hull gun on this one, and it's also got an hull MG, and it's also got an MG up here. Same with the 4G and 4D. They've also got hull MG and turret MG. Where you're going to shoot this Tiger, left or right side, doesn't matter. 50 meters away, you'll look for this back stripe here, and there's also, you'll notice there's a weld right here. You're just going to shoot right above that. So we'll aim 50 meters away, 90 degrees to it, and you'll fire right there. You should get it to flame right away. That's almost 100% accurate shot as long as you hit it in the right spot. The last set of tanks we'll go to are the Stug series. These are the more heavily armored tanks. They're hard to take on from the front in a tank, and you'll just notice the two differences between these two. We got a Stug B, which is gray, and a Stug G, which is camoed. The other differences in the other tanks is they don't have turrets. They just have hull guns, so they actually have to move the tank to a certain extent, and then they can move their guns a little bit left and right, up and down. They got the same chassis as the 3F and 3H, meaning they have 3 spindles, which is why they're 3B and the 3G. Same thing, drive wheels down here. Same thing with the 3F, 3H. You're just going to shoot in front of that rear drive wheel 50 meters away, get them to pop right about there. And then on the G, it just looks like right about there. From 50 meters away, you'll get them to pop. They'll flame with one shot if you place it right. So that is the Axis tanks and where to shoot them with the bazooka. Please check us out at oldabe.net. Go ahead and register on our forums and find us in game for World War II Online. We're the 101st Airborne.